Hello.
If you like my video, please subscribe my channel, click on bell button, share and comment your doubts and like this video.
Today's topic is command line argument. Till now, we have seen using the ideal and Jupyter notebook. So we will see the same program, how to work using command line, whether it is going to be executes or not. So what is command line argument? That means this is normally this is our command line. So here, where actually our Python software installed in this path. So just you copy this path and here go to that path. Write down CD. CD means here child directory or change directory and paste this address. Now here we are in the Python environment. Now let me start. Here take one file, open it, and here we need to write the program. Simply if we are writing print hello, save this. So I'm giving here the name argu.py. So it is going to be saving. Now I want to run this. So simply you run it. So it has print. But I don't want here. I want here. So how to run here? How to execute the program? Whenever you are running the program in the command line, we need to follow some rules. So let me tell that first. Here command line arguments. Command line arguments. So in this command line argument, input string is going to be taken through the command line. So when a function we have called, through the function we will pass the parameter, like suppose at. So here we will pass the parameter. But when we want to pass the value, when user wants to give value, so that also we need to pass through the command line. So here, this is another way to accept input, that is using other than input. In our Python, we will use input function to accept the data. So the important point is here, this is another way to accept the input values other than the input function. Here when we are passing the values, that is arguments, in the command prompt, whether it is going to be accepts or not. So when you are going to be passing the arguments, it should accept there. So for that you need to import sys module. You need to import sys module. That means the module, when we are using this, for example, in a list we will have some elements. So from list to these arguments, whatever the arguments you are passing, it should pass there, and from there it is going to be accepted. So whenever you are passing this, after importing this module, you need to write the argument like this, because we are importing the sys module. So with the reference of this, we are sending the argument, or we are receiving the arguments. So through this, it is going to be taking a list of elements. It is going to be taking a list of elements. So here, this list of element to access from the user, we need to use sys.argument. So this sys is from the model, from this module, and arguments what we are sending. So here, once if you have, once a user has given the arguments, here the system should accept from the command line, it should accept. So how it is going to be accepting? It is going, whatever you are writing, it will take those arguments as a list, it will take. So this list is going to be starts. That means the elements of the argument can be accessed by using the index. By using the index. That means it will take each element. You can write here. Elements of arguments can be accessed using index. In our list, it is going to be starts from 0 to length of the list. That is the end of the list. Okay, so it is going to be considering as a string. It is going to be considering as a string. And always here, the argument, that is s dot argue, it is going to be starts from 0. So this first argument, it considered the file name .py. Whatever the file name will be there, that it will take the first argument. Second argument, what values you are going to be taking, whatever arguments you are going to be passing, those arguments are going to be considering. N number of arguments it accepts. Let me check here how it is going to be working. So once if we have imported here the sys module, that is import sys. So let me print this sys dot argue. So what will be this? So we have to save this, but how to execute this? First we need to open our command prompt. So here I have opened, and we need to go to particular folder, so where you have saved your file. Here, after saving this file with the dot extension, then here we need to write the command to execute. So how to write py, the file name we need to write. What file name I have given? ru.py. So once if you have written, it should considering the arguments. So here I have not taken any argument here, simply I have written. But after py, I have written file name. So I said that the first argument it consider file name only. Now see, it has displaying the file name in list format. Let me write here, print the length of the this is .argv. Now come to here, again you execute. Okay, here I have not closed. Now let me run. Now see, here I have printed the argument, that is file name, and the length of the argument is 1. Okay, so here we can accept the arguments I said. So the first argument is file name. Then the second argument, that whatever you want, you can give it. So here, like you can write anything. So here I'm going to write a function I'm writing here, or otherwise no need. Simply I will write I'll print a, that's it. Okay, so instead of doing so here the length we have written. Before this I will print here, this is actually the zero position. Okay, now I'm going to print another argument also, so that is 1, and let me print another one also, .argv second also I'm going to print. Let me save this, come to here, and here this is the first argument, second argument I'm writing 4, third argument I'm writing 5. See here, 4, 5 and 3 arguments it has been. Or otherwise you can do like this, assign a is equal to sys dot argv, that is 1, it is going to be assigned, and b is equal to sys dot argv 2. So whatever value I am taking, that it is going to be storing in A and B. Let me print this A and print B. Save this and come here, pass this one. So here again it has saved. But can we add these two, A and B? Is it possible? C is equal to A plus B. So here I'm going to print this C. Let me check here. Four and 5 it has been. It is not 45. Actually we should get 9. But both it is concatenated. So to add this, we need to convert into integer. So write down here int and write down on the, then this also you convert into integer. int. Now save. We will see now. So now we got 9. So like this we can do. Thank you.